guys, this is Matt Brunet, and welcome to Movie News Weekly, hosted by FilmBook. Now before we begin, let's take a look at what we got in this week's news, which includes why ghosts are afraid of dogs, Dory is now dominating the whole year domestically, who's reviving the monster, how loony is Amy Pascal, an animation director coming to live action, the chances of a Pokémon movie is getting better, Jigsaw's back in theaters, Ellen is going to Castle Hangnail, Pharrell could be flirting in the South, and the ballerina is chosen for the Nutcracker. So with that said, let's get things started. You can totally bet that a couple of dogs aren't afraid of no ghosts. For its second weekend in a row, The Secret Life of Pets topped at the box office with more than $50 million. This sets a brand new record that an animated feature was in first place at the domestic box office for the fifth week in a row, with Finding Dory conquering the first three. As for the highly controversial new film, the reboot of Ghostbusters, it managed to get into second place with about $46 million. However, with a huge budget of $104 million and not counting the cost for marketing, this might not be a good sign for Sony and might have a possibility for this to flop. Afterwards, both The Legend of Tarzan and Finding Dory are going head-to-head in third and fourth place with about $11 million each, and once again, Tarzan ended up one step further. Following from behind are Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates with about $7.5 million, The Purge Election Year with about $6 million, and Central Intelligence with more than $5 million. When the summer wasn't enough, the fish is even proven to be more powerful than the superheroes. During last weekend's box office run, Finding Dory has officially surpassed Captain America: Civil War as the highest grossing film of 2016 in the domestic run. When the film opened last month, it was the biggest opening ever for an animated feature with $135 million, which is even currently the biggest opening for this summer. As of now, the movie has a domestic total of $445 million worldwide and a worldwide gross of $721 million, while Civil War, on the other hand, only has a domestic total of about $406 million. This week, however, the movie also became the highest grossing animated film ever at the domestic box office, beating out Shrek 2. He's alive! He's alive! Universal could be considering to bring in Javier Bardem to be Frankensteins Monster in Universal's classic monster universe. Bardem was originally going to play Dr. Jekyll and make his first appearance in the first movie of the franchise, The Mummy, but he passed on the part and got in the hands of Russell Crowe. There are no confirmation to which movie that the monster will first appear in. However, there's a high chance that it might not start off in Bride of Frankenstein. The first movie of the universe, The Mummy, will be released in theaters on June 9th, 2017. If all this sounds like she's crazy, that's because this was reported before the movie was released, and that she works at Sony. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, producer Amy Pascal is showing her excitement for Ghostbusters to become what could possibly be Sony's biggest franchise. She stated, "It's going to be endless. People are going to love this movie so much that they're going to demand more and more." Sony has been making huge plans for more Ghostbusters projects, including a spin-off Ghostbusters film with a new male cast, an animated film from the point of view of the ghost, and an animated series called Ghostbusters Ectoforce, which the latter is set for an early 2018 release date. Animation has been a good source for fresh talent. Jennifer Yuh Nelson, the director of the Kung Fu Panda sequels, will be making her live-action directorial debut with Fox's Darkest Mind, by Alexandra Bracken, where a group of superhero teens are on the run from the government. Yuh Nelson has made herself a prominent figure in animation. After working on TV, she went to work at DreamWorks Animation as a story artist for Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, and Madagascar, before being the first ever solo female director for an animated feature with Kung Fu Panda 2. We have to face it, guys. This is going to be inevitable. Legendary Pictures is getting closer to get in a deal in order to have the movie rights to Pokémon. Many rumors have been surrounding to what will happen if a live-action movie occurs, like having Max Landis as the writer of the film. The fame of Pokémon has been bigger than it ever has been. Not only is the newest installment of the game franchise, Pokémon Sun and Moon, is one of the most anticipated games of the year, but also the newest game for iOS and Android, Pokémon Go, is currently the most popular game that's been making big news from all around the world, even in the ones that haven't been released yet. Did you guys miss Jigsaw? Well, now he's coming back. Lionsgate has set up some new release dates for 2017, including an 8th Jigsaw movie and Liam Neeson's The Commuter 2 weeks before the former. They have also put up the release date for The Hitman's Bodyguard, starring Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, for August 18th, 2017. There have been no confirmation about what the new Saw movie will be about, but it will be directed by Michael and Peter Spearrick. The Saw franchise will finally hit theaters once again on October 27th, 2017. Well, this summer we did learn that Ellen and Disney are a good combo. Disney is going to be turning the children's book Castle Hangnail by Ursula Venin into a feature film. No word of who will be in the cast or be the director, but Ellen DeGeneres and Jeff Kleeman have been confirmed to be the producers, and Bill Kunstler will be writing the script. The story of Castle Hangnail is about how a 12-year-old girl has to take care of a castle for a witch, or else the place would be taken down by the Board of Magic. The movie will be under DeGeneres' a very good production. Time to fill in Eastwood's shoes. Colin Farrell is now in talks to star in Sofia Coppola's remake of The Beguiled. If he accepts, he will join a cast that includes Nicole Kidman, Kirsten Dunst, and Elle Fanning. The original movie, directed by Don Siegel and based on the novel by Thomas Cullinan, is about how a Yankee soldier, played by Clint Eastwood, went into refugee in an all-girl boarding school in the South during the Civil War. There has yet to be a release date for the production to start. The next movie that Farrell will be featured in is the Harry Potter spin-off film, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which will be released this November. What would the Nutcracker be without ballerinas? Misty Copeland will be playing the lead ballerina in the movie's only dance sequence in Disney's The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, based on the classic 1816 fairy tale of the Nutcracker and the Mouse King. She announced on Instagram with a picture of the script saying, "I'm thrilled to be a part of this amazing project with Disney and the wonderful Lasse Hallström." Copeland has been renowned in the ballet industry as the first African-American woman to become the main dancer for the American Ballet Theater. She was the subject in last year's documentary A Ballerina's Tale, and New Line will be making her biopic called Life in Motion, an unlikely ballerina. And that's all I've got for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to head on down to film-book.com for all the latest movie and TV news, along with their columns on the box office and their theatrical release schedule. Also, you can follow them on whatever social media you'd like. And while you're at it, you can follow me on my YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter if you're more into stuff like animation, Disney, and my weird sense of humor. If you were watching this on YouTube, then hit that like button and come subscribe to us, and also leave a little comment on what you think on the news this week. If you were listening to this on a podcast on iTunes or any other podcast service, then don't forget to rate and review what you just heard. Tune in next time for another round of Movie News Weekly, and until next week, see you later, dudes!